You know what I think is one of the biggest contradictions in life? People tell you not to hold things in. They tell you that bottling up your feelings is unhealthy. They tell you that stress affects your body, that grief affects your health, and anxiety affects your mind. They tell you to talk about it, go ahead and let it out. They tell you that keeping everything inside will eventually make you sick. But I'll be dad blamed if the minute you actually start talking about how you feel, people start running for the hills. Suddenly, you're negative, dwelling on things too much. Suddenly, they don't want to hear it anymore. And I've always found that strange, because how can we tell people not to bottle things up? Then make them feel like a burden when they finally open up? Now, I'm not talking about complaining all day long. I'm talking about being human, having feelings. I'm talking about carrying hurt, grief, disappointment, fear, or confusion and needing a safe place to talk about it. Some people cry, some get quiet, some people write, and some process things by talking. I'm one that wants to talk about it, not because I enjoy reliving the pain, but because talking is how I work through it. Yet so often, the very people who tell us to express ourselves become uncomfortable when we actually do. And that's a lonely feeling. Because sometimes what people need isn't advice nor solutions. Sometimes we don't need to be fixed. We just need someone willing to sit down beside us and listen, without judgment, without impatience, without making us feel like we're too much. Maybe one of the greatest gifts we can give another person is simply letting them be heard, because life gets heavy sometimes, and carrying it alone was never the goal. So if you're someone who listens, thank you. And if you're someone who needs to talk, don't let the world convince you that having feelings is a flaw. It's part of being human. This is Hannah from the Appalachian Sage.